How you all going, guys? Welcome back to Walk It Off. I'm Nathan. Today I'd like to share a new book with you that I really thoroughly enjoyed. It's this one right here, Love People, Use Things by the Minimalists. Let's check it out. Alrighty guys, Love People and Use Things by Josh Fields Milburn and Ryan Nicodemus, the Minimalists. These guys are, I guess, they are almost like preachers of the methodology of minimalism, that we are kind of putting ourselves in predicaments by trying to define ourselves through our consumption and how toxic of an outcome that's really having. And a lot of people have this misplaced idea of minimalism as somebody living in a blank room on nothing but a mattress and that's it. And it's not really that at all. It's essentially removing all of the clutter out of your life so you can concentrate on what truly matters. And that's something that I've been trying to do for about the last 3 years, really. I've got my family, I've got this stuff, talking to you guys about mental health material, I've got my passion for art and also space science, and kind of it doesn't really fall into one of those things, then unfortunately I don't really have too much time for it. Yeah, and I think that's kind of the core of minimalism. It's maximizing the things that you truly want to get done. And quite honestly, this book really truly encapsulates that. It's kind of about, it's like part memoirs, part self-development book, but everything in here is just pure gold as far as I'm concerned. I've been following these guys since I first found the YouTube channel of Matt Diavella, who talks about mental health stuff and productivity and the minimalist lifestyle, which he borrowed from these two guys, Ryan and Josh. And yeah, Matt actually produced the film by the same name, The Minimalists, on Netflix. Check it out if you haven't already. It is really worth your time. And it can be really just boiled down to removing the fluff out of your life so you can truly concentrate on what actually matters. Yeah, the book starts out by giving you a little bit of background as to how Josh and Ryan first met, what their lives were before this, and how they came to where they are in regards to minimalism. Like I said, I've been following these guys for quite some time now, so it wasn't hard for me to resonate with them. I think Josh is the primary writer, and his tale of how he grew up in a single parent household with an alcoholic mother, it really resonated with me. I mean, my mum wasn't an alcoholic after I was born that I know of, but I came from a pretty rough part of town. I grew up in the northern suburbs of Adelaide. It is the Housing Trust public housing area of Adelaide. And yeah, again, I grew up in a single parent household with no real male role models to speak of, and the only ones I got kind of went out of my life due to like my uncle passing away, who was a really big positive influence on me. But yeah, Josh had a very similar early childhood, and it seems to me that he has used that to then reflect on, like, you kind of pulling apart why you have certain emotions and why you act certain ways and why you feel the need to impress people and things like that. And especially Josh's methodology for writing and this material and becoming so involved in this movement is he had the realization one day that nothing that you can buy is ever going to fill the void that was made in here from the rough childhood. And there is lots of pain and terrible things in our world that kind of get handballed down to the next generation by parents never dealing with their shit effectively. And I mean, I went through a period in my life where I wasn't taking it out on anybody, but I was very bad to myself because of that. And I kind of made a vow not to pass my shit onto my kids, basically. So after going out and moving out of their toxic homes, not that their parents loved them any less, but they both went on to kind of try and fill the void in their lives made by this shitty circumstances from their families. And they both went on to have quite successful careers, but not really feeling in any way fulfilled by their lifestyles. And they were people that were earning, several $100,000 a year. And then one day they both kind of got together, and I believe it's Josh asked Ryan, like, hey, are you actually happy doing what we're doing right now? And from that spurned this whole movement of the Minimalists. And I think this is their third book now, and I haven't read the other ones, but I've seen their documentary, and it is very, very, very good. And it kind of interviews a whole lot of people. Sam Harris is one of them, and you've heard me speak about him before, where he is somebody that researches the effects of mindfulness meditation on a neuronal level. So he gets people to meditate inside of MRI machines and things like that, and essentially he's asking similar questions to them, just at a more medical science level. And I'm going to keep coming back to this, but they kind of just ask, like, how much crap do you actually need to have in your lives? And that we're living these weird lives of kind of pseudo connectiveness, where we've got lots of friends but no one that we can really truly confide in. We're kind of screaming into the wind to get somebody to listen, but everybody else is only doing the same, and then we try to show how good we are through the brands and things that we wear. And it's making a lot of people very, very unhappy. A Rolex won't get you more time, a Mercedes won't get you there any faster, and a vacation won't get you more vacation time. And I think that hits right to the core of what this book's about. So one of the things that they speak about, one of the ideas that I really, really liked, is a phenomenon known as full cost accounting. And it's not something that we really think about in the West today, and that's that what is the actual true cost of the things that you're spending your money on? Say the cost of video games. I know that's I used to quite enjoy video games, but I'm really kind of struggling to enjoy them these days because of what the phenomenon of loot boxes and in-game purchases have done to the medium. It's kind of destroyed it. And like, there is hidden costs associated with it, like how much time you spend inside this game getting kind of having your psychology manipulated to keep going on the hedonic treadmill because you're getting a shot of dopamine in your brain every time you go up a level and things like that. What are the costs that you're not aware that you're paying? Like, how many friendships are you pushing away because you're spending so much time, hitting buttons with your thumb and stuff like that? It's something that I've become very, very mindful of as a parent now, and how much time I poured into that. And I did get some enjoyment out of it, and there's some games that I still do get enjoyment from, but what are the costs associated with it? Like, I get much more fulfillment from making these videos now than I ever did playing a video game, and I've kind of poured all of the energy that I used for those things, the kind of just being entertained, I've poured that into this, and it's much more fulfilling. Like, every time I get a message from someone in the comment section of my YouTube channel about, hey, thanks for pushing me and shit, thanks for showing me stuff, and thanks for talking about it, you've really helped me. That is really, it makes the heart tick a bit. when I've worked with people in graphic design, the hardest people to work with are the ones that have no real clear direction themselves on how they want to take a project, and you're kind of just randomly stabbing in the dark, so to speak, trying to get something that they don't know in their own head what they actually want, and you can never reach an undefined point. It's like the question of how long a piece of string is, and how that factors into minimalism is that if you've got no clear direction in life, that lack of direction will take you along meaningless paths, and you'll fill your life with rubbish trying to fill a gap that you like. Because you've got no direction in your life, you'll be pulled everywhere by other people, and you're not going to really get any fulfillment from that, and you're going to kind of resent other people because of it, and that's no way to live your life. So if you are feeling a bit lost, you need to ask yourself some questions like, what do I actually feel fulfillment from? What do I enjoy in life? Where do I want to be in the next 10 years? And what small steps can I take today to get there? A lot of people and society today, we're living in this world where everybody is afraid of pain. And I'm not sure how many of you are aware of some of the tenets of Buddhism, but somewhere in there, I'm pretty sure the Buddha kind of defined life is through suffering. It's only through suffering that we can define the positive aspects of life. And what's the saying? No pain, no gain in the gym. I think you've really got to put that kind of a context on your emotional life as well. Like, I think all the pain that I've been through over my life, and the lack of any real meaningful male role models, has actually made me a better father, because I know everything that I missed as a child. And I'm trying to not give my kids everything that I missed out on. It's teaching my kids the things that I was never taught as a child. Alrighty guys, so one of the other things I really, really liked about this one is that they talk about the 6 questions that you should ask yourself before you're making a purchase. And essentially, it all boils down to who and why are you buying this for? Is this thing actually going to add value into your life? Do you actually want it? Or is this something it's a status symbol, all you want this for? Like, do you want to drive around in a car that is a status symbol, that is kind of ego wank, it's ego fluff? I know everything in my life is bought with a practical purpose, and it's usually put on at least about a month-long waiting list. Most of the time that waiting list is nothing more than the time it's going to take me to save these things. And I'm moving more, like when I purchase clothes, it's usually Target and Kmart brand now. I mean, I just wear the Minimalist black t-shirt. I think it looks better anyway. I'm not going to pay somebody else for me to advertise for them on my chest. So, in saying that, I think that this is probably my favourite mental health book of the year thus far, and it's currently likely to be my top book read of the year. So, if you guys haven't read it, definitely go check this one out. It is great in both hard copy form and on Audible. It's always good on Audible when the author actually reads the content. It always sounds a bit weird when they don't, and then you hear them for the first time. But yeah, they both Josh and Ryan do small sections of the book. It is mostly Josh that does the writing from the pair, but Josh interjects with kind of like little, almost like pop quiz and pop supplementary information in each chapter. It's definitely worth it. So, yeah, this is probably my highlight book of the year. Have you read it? If you have, let's chat about it in the comments section. I am going to bust my guts out to try and interview these guys on the channel. I think it would be really beneficial for everyone. And yeah, you should definitely read it if you haven't. If you have, let's chat about it. Until next time, I'm Nathan. This has been Walk It Off. Take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and remember, go outside, get better, and be awesome. Catch you next time, guys.